Hey yo, and welcome back to my Pacifist Paladin Let's Play, or Challenge Run, or whatever you wanna call it. Just to quickly reiterate, I'm aiming to level up this Paladin Dwarf to max level without killing single mob or NPC myself, ideally without raising the total kills stats in statistics. I cannot use majority of my account-wide tools like mounts, I have to buy these first, but heirlooms are allowed. And that's basically it. For more detailed list of rules, check description or watch the previous pilot episode. Anyway, last time we got a little bit of a gold by hustling on auction house. I increased that a little bit by selling some of the herbs and ores on auction house. And yeah, I also did a little bit of herming and mining in between the episodes just to move the character a little bit forward. Anyway, today's goals are hit level 5 so we can learn fishing as it's gonna be very useful. The same applies to cooking, I believe. Ideally hit level 7 so we can learn our first heal and possibly check if we can take advantage of the ongoing Dark Moon Fair. And to start, I quickly discovered one more non-killing quest. And I realized at this point that actually, because this is Cataclysm, there is way more non-killing quests than there were in Vanilla. So as we are gonna be leveling up, there is gonna be more quests like this, which is gonna make this journey hopefully more enjoyable and more interesting. So anyway, I started with that. It was some quest to just steal stuff from trolls, and yeah, that's about it. When I returned, I went to visit Cooking Trainer, because I realized there is actually a Cooking Trainer in Karanos, and he had a quest for me, which I did not realize before. Also, I got surprised that cooking was either not restricted or I already hit level 5, but because of my UI, for the purpose of this video, I don't see my level clearly, so it's possible that I hit level 5 while doing the collecting quest. I don't know. Either way, I was able to learn cooking, which is cool. Anyway, upon returning, I realized I can learn Devotion Aura as well for some extra defense, which is actually big on this level. So naturally I learned that and embarked on a short trip to Ironforge on Griffon's Back. Upon landing, I met with this fella right here, changed some words, finished quest and took another one, and got instructed to return back to Karanos with some clears. I took my time in the Ironforge though and stopped on both auction house as well as at fishing trainer, as once we hit level 10, fishing is gonna be pretty important to us together with cooking. Just before leaving, I visited the gnomish lady and traded her my old spring water and bread for some shiny apples for the business sake and then returned back to Karanos. Upon turning the quest in, I immediately got busy preparing for yet another epic journey, knowing I'm probably leaving Karanos behind for quite a while. Mainly because while being in Ironforge, I received invitation to Dark Moon Fair, and I wanted to know if there's any quest available on the island that's gonna help us on our journey, as right now we essentially finished every single quest in the immediate area that does not require us to murder anything. I was more than happy to pay the portal fee, and upon finding myself in Goldshire, I had a look through the available quests, and remembering some of these kobold quests could be finished without killing said kobolds, I just accepted them all straight away, knowing I can easily abandon them later on. After quick scouting around Kobold Mine and realizing they indeed run a little bit slower than me, I decided to grab my chance on a quick glimpse inside for the old Marsher Dungeon from Goldshire, and I quickly scouted the infested mine. Unfortunately, I got dazed repeatedly, and thus poor Pisak encountered the dreaded spirit healer for the second time in his rather short lifespan. But hey, at least we finished the task and it wasn't complete waste. Upon returning to my body, I realized the infamous Young Lover's quest is nearby and could provide nice little boost to my experience, and I actually got to level 7 very soon after by receiving exploration experience. Upon turning one of these quests, I walked past Princess. She's safe around me for once, but just this time. I also wanted to help one lady with her necklace, but the small brat who has it requires a meat pie, which I cannot get. Or can I? I don't remember if it was changed in Cataclysm, but I'm pretty sure all the meat is just normal cooking material that can be obtained from auction house. We'll learn later in this video if I am correct or not. After a quick stop in Goldshire, it's time to continue up north for more mine exploration. But knowing how it went last time, I decided to make a quick stop in Stormwind to learn the very first heal. Holy Light. There we go. and also visiting auction house while at it, and it turns out tender boar meat is not a normal item, it's actually a quest item, and as such I cannot obtain it any other way. It either got changed or I am mistaking it for Westfall Stew quest, which is more than likely. To return, I choose to go on foot, only to be rewarded with this very nice and juicy tapped earthroot. Just Blizzard. Anyway, on my way back to the other mine, I learned that to help the lovers I would need to kill some murlocs, and as stated in the very famous song, they are not just more than fish, but rather even more than man, and as such I cannot kill them. Guess they will have to live apart for the rest of their lives then. On the other hand, exploring this mine proved to be rather easy. Shows the strength of having a healing spell combined with heirlooms items. Only easier way to do it would be probably with stealth, and that made me regret not going with druid instead of paladin for a second. Upon delivering my observations of the mine to Mr. Dughan, he told me that Westbrook Garrison might be in dire needs of my service, which I highly doubt, but I promise I will show up there anyway. But that's quest for another day, as now it's time to check Darkmoon Fair. Before doing so, I decided to set my residence in Goldshire Inn for a while, as calling this place a home instead of Karanos will make it easier for future travels. I quickly realized that there is not much to do on the Darkmoor Fair Island, as all of the activities yield no experience, sadly. But then I remembered there being cooking, fishing and first aid quests. Sadly, they seem to be locked behind certain level or skill threshold, as I could not accept either cooking or fishing, and I don't know how to perform first aid yet. So I returned back to Lion's Pride Inn and learned first aid for nearly 1 silver. So far, the Darkmoon proved to be a massive waste of time, but if nothing else, I got myself 16 slot back basically for showing up. After learning first aid and returning back to Darkmoon Isle, I learned that indeed there is no quest available anyway. The same applied to fishing quest as well, so I bought myself balloon pet and 2 Darkmoon balloons and returned back to my newfound home for the day. And with that, I think it's time to end this episode. We managed to hit all the goals, although they were rather easy to achieve, but don't worry, difficulty of the goals is gonna increase exponentially in the future. Just to quickly recap, because we got past level 7, it means that we actually learned fishing and cooking, and we also learned our first heal. We also discovered that we have actually an useful aura. Beside that, we checked Darkmoon Fair, which gave us 1 free 16 slot back and a lot of depression. I know it doesn't sound like much, but remember, we haven't killed anything yet, although we managed to die twice. And with that, I think it's time to actually call it a day for now. Thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.